YouTube. We are back in the game. I got some more crazy videos for y'all. This stuff is insane, man. Y'all just hold on with me. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Put it in the bottom. Let's go. Let me know.
So can we just clear this up once and for all? We're all here, we're all under oath. So, Mr. Schroeder, let's start with you. Do you charge a bounty? Do you pay employees bounties on carry-on bags to identify them?
Well,
It's a simple, that's a yes or no.
I wouldn't characterize it as a bounty.
Do you charge them, do you pay your employees a fee? Do you incentivize them to go pick out bags from people getting on planes and kick them off the flight? Just yes or no?
We charge them an incentive.
Okay, that's a yes. Mr. Klein.
We do not, Senator Hawley.
You don't pay your employees to do that?
We have previously, sir, but we actually suspended that on September 30th of this year. And now in order to be able to treat all of our guests fairly and equitably, we've actually just put more staff and supervisors out at the gate area. And they're the ones that are still making sure that everyone's treated fairly and equitably, which is the point behind these kinds of programs. But we have removed that program as of September 30th.
Oh, interesting. So let's come back to you though, Mr. Schroeder. So how much have you paid your gate agents to enforce your carry-on bag policy, to pick people out of the line like the chairman's video showed? I mean, you guys do appreciate that flying on your airlines is a disaster, don't you? I'm slightly amazed by the general attitude of all of you here. Flying on your airlines is horrible. It's a terrible experience. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And your attitude here today seems to be, well, devil may care. There's nothing we can do about it. Well, I think we are going to do something about it. So how much have you paid people to pull out customers who are in line with a bag that's 2 centimeters too big, Mr. Schroeder?
Well, we recognize this is a hard job, and so therefore we incentivize them to do that.
How much?
It's $10 per bag.
Wow, $10 per bag. And I think, Mr. Klein, you and Mr. Schroeder, your airlines cumulatively have spent $26 million paying gate agents between 2022 and 2023 to catch passengers whose bags are a little bit too big. $26 million. I mean, if people want to know why it's such a terrible experience to fly,
$26 million to catch bags that's overweight. That's wild. That's crazy. I need a job. If y'all paying like that. Yeah, that's crazy. I'd pick out somebody real fast. Hey. But no, that's actually pretty insane because I've seen some people that got kicked out or thrown off of flights because their bag was a little bit overweight. And I don't know what people's circumstances is, but it should be a little bit better way to handle situations like that. But it's a dog eat dog world, and they definitely show that they don't care about you. So that's real.
this is news for them today. Your airlines are paying millions of dollars to your employees to harass people who've already paid. They're there in line because they've already paid. It's unbelievable. Last thing, Mr. Chairman, I know you're indulging me. I'll be really quick on this, but Mr. Schroeder, you just mentioned that you also use this so-called dynamic pricing for seats, for seat fees. Why do you make people enter in their age and their geographic location and their gender before they can even see the cost of a seat? Why is that?
Hold on.
That's been in
Hold
place
on.
since
If I find
2014.
Yeah, but why?
stop button, stop. If I find out I'm paying more for a seat because I'm black, what? I need something. I need to run it. 'Cause I feel like we pay more because we black all the time, but let's roll. Let's keep on going.
It's because you're using those personal characteristics to generate the fees?
No, absolutely
To generate the
not.
prices? Well, then why else do you require it? Mr. Klein, you do the same thing. Why is the gender relevant to what the seat is?
This is all information that's needed in order to complete the transaction.
No, it's not. Delta doesn't do it. United doesn't do it. You don't need somebody's gender in order to do it. You use it clearly. You're using it to generate the prices, right?
We do not, sir.
It's not based on personal characteristics?
Not at all.
You don't use algorithms to set the price of seats?
That's a different question.
So you do use an algorithm and you do make them enter all their personal information?
What's your definition of algorithm, sir?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Because algorithms,
I'm done, Mr. Chairman.
algorithms are ways for people to be able
That's somebody trying to make an excuse. That's crazy.
to be able to come up with calculations, which is a faster way. It's more efficient than a human being doing the same exact work. So I'm trying to answer your question, sir, in all sincerity, and I don't know how else to answer it.
I mean, what's your profit margin, Ms. Kirkpatrick?
It's circa 50%.
Mr. Sheedy,
Slightly higher.
higher than 50% profit margin?
Slightly higher than MasterCard, yes.
Yeah, that's incredible. 50% profit margin. I mean, that's absolutely unbelievable. What's the answer to the Walmart question, by the way, that Senator Welch posed to you? What's Walmart's interchange fee that you negotiate with them?
I don't have it with me today.
You don't have any idea whatsoever? Is it higher or lower than 2.5%?
Walmart negotiates their rates based on the business that they do with us.
Meaning they're big, they're really big, they're gigantic, so they get a better deal than Mr. Callahan or most small businesses in Missouri. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, Senator, we have volume discounts that we offer to some merchants. I suspect Walmart is one of them.
When you've got Walmart and other major competitors getting charged much less than you are, why in the world would you stick with these guys? I mean, why is it that small businesses continue to use Visa and MasterCard when you're getting charged so much more?
It's in my opinion, it's a matter of convenience for the customer, and customers matter to our business.
Maybe is it because that Visa and MasterCard are effectively monopolies? They control 80% of the market?
Certainly part of the
80% of the market? Let's talk about what you're doing to consumers who hold your cards. Last year, as I understand it, there were 726 million Visa and MasterCard credit cards issued in the United States. That's about 2 for every 1 person in the United States of America. Do either of you know how much debt is owed on your network?
Everybody I know got a
It's
MasterCard.
$1.17 trillion.
Hold on, $1.17 trillion. That's what people owe to Master and Visa cards? Wow.
$1.17 trillion is what consumers now owe on your credit card networks. Do either of you know what the average interest rate is on your networks? Forbes magazine just estimated last week that the average credit card APR in your networks is 28.75%. Average. 29%, let's call it. 29%. It's nearly doubled in the last 4 years.
Wow. That's why, hold on, let's
For
stop this,
investors to
because
keep in mind is that
that reason right there is why I don't trust it. I don't trust credit cards. I got some. I manage them very well, but it's a scam. It's a scam the whole time. But shh.
Tesla's biggest barrier to deploying robotaxi, it isn't regulatory, but rather it's its own FSD technology that is still far from fully autonomous and still requires driver supervision. Musk, remember, has missed his own self-imposed deadlines time and time again, so it is worth looking at some of the other public names in the AV space like Mobileye, Aurora, WeRide. That's a Chinese self-driving startup that went public on the NASDAQ last month. They're all surging today as well, but the current far and away and maybe unappreciated or underappreciated leader remains Alphabet subsidiary Waymo. It, not Tesla, would likely be the biggest beneficiary from a federal framework if that were to happen. Now, through June of this year, let me remind you, Waymo clocked 25 million rider-only miles. Today, it's completing more than 150,000 paid rides per week. It also just raised $5.6 billion. It opened to the public in LA, and it will be available in Austin and Atlanta early next year. Simply put, Waymo is the one setting the standard for the robotaxi industry, while Tesla AV developments, they're still in its very early stages.
MicroStrategy buying $4.6 billion.
Oh, sorry, let's go ahead. But they did say that I seen a post about that the bombing that just happened this week. If you guys have heard about it or seen it or something like that, they said that the Cybertrucks is the worst car for terrorists to try to use. So I think their shares might go up a little bit. I don't know, which I think.
worth of Bitcoin over the last week. That is the largest purchase by the crypto hedge fund since it started buying the digital currency more than 4 years ago. Now holds more than $29 billion in Bitcoin, making it one of the wealthiest corporations when it comes to financial assets, larger than the cash and marketable securities of global market leaders, including IBM, Nike, and Johnson & Johnson. That's according to data compiled here by Bloomberg. Only about a dozen S&P 500 members hold more financial assets, which is pretty remarkable given that you've got some of the biggest banks in the world on there. You've also got some of the biggest companies when it comes to big tech. A company like MicroStrategy outpacing the likes of IBM, which is considered kind of the old responsible AI guy in the room. That's a pretty significant bump up for this company.
I was on a yacht. You're a Christian woman, right? On a boat, listening to music, praying, and there was a song on called "The Face of God." And I said, Lord, in my prayer, I said, Lord, you know, everybody's singing about the face of God. They can see your face, and I want to see your face. And while I was saying, I want to see your face, I heard, turn to your left. I turned to my left. I picked up on my phone, and I went, shh. I didn't turn to my left and look around. I just heard, turn to your left.
What was the picture? Oh, my. That's breathtaking. Sorry, guys, for those that you can't see, it is literally a blue sky, and it looks like wings.
Well,
and the
take
face.
it looks like a nose.
There's a
to
nose.
Me,
It was the eyes. Hang on.
And he's smiling.
Oh my! That is a.
that a whole
There's
face?
a nose. There's lips, and there's. Is he wearing shades?
Well,
is God wearing
the
shades?
Bible.
Yeah, I remember doing that back as a kid, looking up at the clouds and finding shapes out of them, thinking you seen a rabbit or a dog. You know, you ever that one looked like a figure of a human. You know, you ever did some stuff like that? I don't know. The imagination ain't the same no more, but I used to do that all the time.
Says we will see like through a mirror darkly, but then face to face.
I know you fucking lying. That ain't cool. So you're not Stephanie?
I am Stephanie.
No, you not. Stop lying. You not Stephanie. Listen, man, I don't know who this person is.
I am Stephanie.
I done sent you all my motherfucking money. For 3.5 years, I done been broke fucking with you.
I'm sorry.
That's why you never FaceTime me. Ain't no damn way you ain't had Wi-Fi, no cellular data to FaceTime.
This is a big surprise. Sourdough is actually made with lactobacillus inside the dough. There's been research studies looking at the number of different types of lactobacillus that are present in sourdough, the dough itself. Lactobacillus reuteri, which originally is delivered from the mom. Something that is startling is we're realizing that this bacteria, Lactobacillus reuteri, lives in the colon. When the mom is 9 months pregnant, there's a signal sent from the uterus to the colon, and it causes this bacteria to come out of the colon inside blood cells. It kind of like calls an Uber, picks up a cell, and it rides all the way to the breast, where it lives. It gets out of the Uber by the nipple. And when the actual breastfeeding begins, the mother's milk injects this bacteria into the baby. And so this is another example of how the microbiome actually works. It turns out that this bacteria actually can reduce the growth of breast cancer.
Crazy.
And it comes from breastfeeding. And at least in the laboratory, if the mom actually is able to breastfeed with the Lactobacillus reuteri, it'll protect 4 generations later on against breast cancer. So again, really powerful stuff that
Food
we're
is
beginning
medicine.
Hey, we need to start eating that every day. Sourdough or that type of bread that he has. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, we saving lives. Anything that every time I hear something about some food that's saving lives, I definitely be trying to research and get up on it. I don't know. That stuff be fascinating me. Yeah. You definitely feel it. You feel the difference. You feel good. You start eating healthy. You eat high energy and how y'all feel? Do y'all eat healthy? Let me know in the comments. What do y'all eat? Cause I'll be on it.
Hey!
Where's my wallet?
No. He just got out the car just so casually though. Like I've never got out my car without putting it. That's crazy.
What is it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is it?
No.
43 monkeys broke free from their enclosure at the Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center in Yemassee on Wednesday. People in South Carolina are being warned to stay alert after a caretaker accidentally left a door open. The police have urged anyone who sees or encounters the animals to contact 911 immediately, warning the public to refrain from approaching or interacting with them. The animals are very young females and are highly sensitive and easily startled. Due to their young size and age, the monkeys have never been used for testing and are too young to carry disease.
You have 5 fingers for the 5 elements. The skull corresponds with the elements. Earth is the jaw, water is the mouth, air goes into the nose, fire is light, which is the eyes, and spirit is the 3rd eye. You have 5 points on your body for the 5 elements. They hid and demonized the ether, the middle finger. Pentagram is not evil. Spirit on the top represents spirit over matter. The inverted pentagram represents matter over spirit, when their spirit is being ruled by the 5 senses. If you're desiring material things, then you are satanic. You need to invert your pentagram and put spirit over matter. They made you scared of all of the sacred symbols. That's why Scared Rearranged is sacred. They don't want you researching these symbols because they unlock profound teachings of how you can go from matter into spirit and become a powerful being. They want you trapped inside of the box, the material plane, living with fear, operating on the surface level of your consciousness, and being dominated by external influences. What if I told you you had the power to create your own reality, and you can only do this by mastering yourself? Black Friday sale, use code GIFT.
Yeah. I believe that. I believe that we have the power to change our narrative and we can, think things into existence. And, it's important to give ourselves affirmations and speak highly of ourselves and to others around us. You don't know what the words that you say can do to the people around you, no matter if they're negative or good. So, I always try to stay positive and, look out for the ones around me if I can, so. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Was it crazy? You guys want to see some crazier stuff? What do y'all want to see? What do y'all like to see in here? Let me know. Put it in the comments. And if you like this, please subscribe. Please like it. Please comment. Do something. Just let me know that you was here watching it with me. So it helps me and it helps you. So let's go ahead and get going. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.